Autumn House. Listening. Exercise 1.
I used to download all the latest films off the internet. I was actually very proud of myself for being able to see whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted for free. When I invited a friend to watch a film that had just come out in cinemas. When he joked about not wanting to be my accomplice, I replied, "It's not like shoplifting. The film's on the internet. Anyone can download it." What he said next made me feel so ashamed. That's where you're mistaken. It's piracy. Films, music, and things like that belong to their creators. If you just help yourself, you're robbing them of their income. You might just as well break into their homes.
Exercise 2. There are people who pretend they haven't seen anything when they witness a crime, if they feel that it doesn't concern them. People have been badly injured, or even lost their lives trying to stop a robber, for example.
How can you pretend you haven't seen anything, even though you've witnessed a crime? How can you live with yourself, knowing that if you do nothing, you're no better than the criminals themselves?
Exercise 3. Speaker 1.
I used to download all the latest films off the internet. I was actually very proud of myself for being able to see whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted for free. This changed when I invited a friend to watch a film that had just come out in cinemas. When he joked about not wanting to be my accomplice, I replied, "It's not like shoplifting. The film's on the internet. Download it." What he said next made me feel so ashamed. That's where you're mistaken. It's piracy. Films, music, and things like that belong to their creators. If you just help yourself, you're robbing them of their income. You might just as well break into their homes.
I can't even count the times I've been arrested. As an environmental activist, I have come to consider it as part of the job. Go out, protest, get arrested, get charged, the case may be, go to court, pay a fine, etc., etc. Of course, it stopped me from protesting about anything that goes against what I believe is ethical or moral. I don't scare that easily. In fact, the whole experience has made me proud that my voice is heard. Let them threaten me with their laws which they've passed to serve their own interests. I won't.
I had my flat broken into while I was asleep 2 weeks ago. I woke up when I heard a noise in the kitchen and got up to see what it was. I was just coming down the corridor when I felt a blow to the back of my head. When I came round, the front door was wide open. My neighbour said she saw a man dash out of it, but he disappeared before she could call the police. I've nervous wreck since then. I used to be quite happy living on my own before. Now I get panic attacks if I'm left alone for 5 minutes. Sir and son have been taking turns to stay overnight. I feel ashamed for having to burden them with that, but I'm also very angry with whoever did this to me.
Speaker 4.
As a teenager, my friends and I used to go to various corner shops and stuff our pockets with anything we could get away with. We didn't do it because we were poor, and none of the stuff we took cost very much. It was a dare between us. We got a thrill out of doing something so naughty. I can't imagine what would have happened if we'd been caught. Now that I've got my own shop, I keep my eyes open. I can spot a shoplifter before they even them, though. How could I? I've been there. I usually give them a good lecture and send them on their way.
Speaker 5.
A friend and neighbour was once arrested for criminal damage, and he asked me to tell the police that we'd spent a particular evening together. I suppose you could say it was half true because we had met earlier on that day. I was a struggling musician back in those days, and he'd lent me some money, so I felt under pressure to help him out. Needless to say, when I found my lie, especially when I just promised to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, in the end he was found and had to spend some time in prison. Soon after, I moved to New York, and we never saw each other again.